Got it.
And so that's given us a thought that we may start to see a big adjustment in the uptake of the whole suite of technologies that we're describing.
Right.
I would guess, being more conservative, sometime next year or towards the end of next year, as these sort of scale proof points emerging.
Wow.
But even with the work that we're doing, we can see that those proof points are going to emerge, and I think this is going to happen. That's going to be profound for the industry.
Guys, you're saying when the change does come, the impact will be exponential when it does happen. That's what you're saying.
Literally. And the analogy that some people have taken, if you remember, go back in the ways around things like zero-based budgeting that took place, right? That was with nobody, and then suddenly everybody was doing it.
Right.
A lot of people have used that kind of metaphor as a way of thinking about this, but the level of change we're describing here is way more.
Yeah. So I want to ask you too. So because we, like I said, when we started that saying we don't get a chance to talk to folks like yourself all that much. So do you see? Because the one point you raised at the very beginning has been interesting to me through this whole conversation, that you're seeing that people are basically saying, they're taking notice of this. Is that different across continents? Is the perception of this different in the U.S. versus Europe versus, I'm sure it is different versus Asia. Yeah. How is that? Because we tend to be very U.S.-centric, U.S.-focused here, but I'm curious, how are other countries perceiving this?
It's a good question.
I mean, I think it's a really interesting question.